Good morning, my loves. It's time for a good word with Dr. Avril. Hope everyone is ready for another wonderful day. Happy Wednesday. Today's message is about overlooking mistakes. And remember that the virtue of the week is forgiveness. So overlooking mistakes, when someone makes a mistake, being able to, I guess not point it out, not make them feel some kind of way about it, is a great practice. I'll be honest with you. This is something that I am not very strong at, something that I have to work at. So I'm really thankful for the opportunity to reflect on it and think about ways to improve. I will say, though, that I have improved in this practice over time because I have been intentional about the fact that I spot mistakes. It could be because I was an English major and an accounting major. So as an accountant, I had to find errors and make sure that things were done properly. And then, of course, the English major side of me, writing and having to do things very orderly. And then being an English teacher for so many years, and teaching, the art of writing, gave lots of feedback on how to make things better. And so, when you point out to people, errors that they made, that's one thing. And then, of course, coaching them in how to be better, it all comes across with there's something wrong with something that I've done, and people receive that a certain way. And I like this. Um, I like this quite a bit. I like it a lot that we have to temper what we correct and how we correct. I when I coach teachers in English, I tell them you don't have to correct everything. You don't have to correct everything. Even when I read my dissertation, I find some error that me and the many editors that looked at it missed, and it's okay. It doesn't really take away from the substance and the messages that are there. But it can definitely break a person down if all they ever hear is critical feedback, some way that they can improve, and they never just get the pat on the back or the you did a good job, I appreciate your effort. We learn how to sandwich critical feedback between compliments, like let me tell you what you did really well, and we call giving that a glow. And then let me give you something to grow on. So think about how you offer criticism to others, how you offer critical feedback to others, and learn how to overlook some things. Sometimes I'll tell you this: when a person is used to doing something a certain way, um, it's a default. Even if they're working on improving in that area. And I smile to myself because I'm thinking about a personal situation where I've given someone some feedback, and I can see that person making strides and improving in that area. And so it wouldn't be beneficial to that progress to point out, well, you know what? Look, you did it again. It wouldn't be beneficial to the process. But what will be really great, and this is something that I coach teachers on, is praising when you do see the progress. Hey, I see you making an effort in that area, and I appreciate that. And so, if you think in terms of, I want to help someone grow, or I want to help someone do better, or what it is that I add to a person, whether it be a family relationship, a sister brother relationship, a friendship, a working relationship, a romantic partnership, whichever it is, if your goal is to add something, and it should be, your goal should be to add something to the people that you engage with, then you have to be mindful with how they receive feedback and what they need to grow. And pointing out all the mistakes that people make tend to shut them down. What they find is that I don't do things right, and they'll just stop trying. Is really what'll happen. Look at yourself even. I've been told that I'm my biggest critic, and I agree with that because really I am who I am responsible for. I try to point my introspective lens in on myself more than I do to others. In fact, I'll tell you that the way that I choose the virtues for the week is whatever I'm going through in the week, whatever I find myself judging someone else about, I find a virtue to work on that, because when I judge someone else, it's really something about myself that I need to work on. So as we um, grapple with forgiveness, I know that I myself want to be a forgiving person, and I want people to be able to forgive me. And so, what do I do? Do I tell other people how to be more forgiving? No, I work on that in myself. I work on that in myself. And I hope that that's what you guys get from the virtue reflections and action steps and suggestions for how to grow in particular practices. So, again, overlooking mistakes. You don't have to point out every mistake a person makes. And no, just because they make the same mistake over and over again doesn't mean that they're not trying. Understand that they're going to have to break a pattern. And patterns, like habits, are hard to break. You have to be really, really intentional about it. You know how you help a person break a bad habit? Be a good example. So, have a great day, everyone. Be kind to yourself and others. I hope that when you woke up this morning, you stood in the mirror like I did and gave yourself some really affirming statements. I told myself that today is going to be an awesome day, that I am going to rise to every challenge that I face, that everything is going to go just the way I want it to go, that nothing is going to steal my joy today. I hope that you said that to yourself. I hope that you smiled at yourself when you said it. I hope that you smile at everyone that you meet today and that you have an absolutely wonderful day. Take care, everyone.